Jeff and Jesse coming at you from River Falls, Wisconsin, and football is in the air tonight, Jeff. We are in the house about to watch a scrimmage between our favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm excited to be here, man. It feels great.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, it's the last day of July, and we've been waiting since the end of January to see live action in the NFL.
Yep.
So it's going to be some good hitting here between these two teams. Right now, you're getting a chance to take a look at some special team stuff that's going on. You know, these two teams aren't going to necessarily throw their best players out here. Jared Allen isn't here to participate in this event. I'm sure some of the Chiefs players are going to miss him a little bit, but at the same time, we get a chance to see how our offense is developing.
Right.
Tavares, how he's doing against another team's defense. One of the most important things going on for both these teams is the running games. We have Adrian Peterson, who's been taken #1 or #2 in almost all fantasy football formats. So why don't you talk just a little bit about what your feelings are as far as the prospect of Adrian and what he can do. I've seen him a couple times now. He looks like he's in midseason form, so it should mean big things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's obviously going to be a top 2, 3, 4 pick in all fantasy drafts. I expect much of the same as last year. I'm sure Chester will get his fair share of carries as well, like he did last year, kind of split it up a little bit. But I am anxious to see how he looks on passing downs. It sounds like he's going to get a little more opportunity on those third downs, see how he pass blocks for the quarterback, and also see how well he catches the ball out of the backfield.
On the other side of the field, we've got another top 5 talented running back in Larry Johnson. They're looking to get him going a little bit better than they did last year. Zach, talk a little bit about the fact that he's been primarily going at the end of the first round in most fantasy formats. Do you think that correlates into value for him this season if he can return to form?
That'll be definitely great value. I mean, he was hurt for much of last year. He had a kind of an injury that he didn't really tell people about right away. So it's looking like he's coming back 100% healthy. I mean, he's a power back, and it sounds like the Chiefs they've upgraded their line, obviously, and Brody Corolla's going to his second year as a starter, and he's definitely looking to improve. And I think that whole offense will definitely improve over last year. Last year was just a miserable year for them, so he could definitely be a steal, especially get him at the end of the first round. If you can get him in the second round, great pick. Great pick.
I agree. Larry Johnson makes a pretty good value pick. So, well, we've got both teams down here, the Vikings and the Chiefs, and we've got our team down here as well, Testosterone Sports.
So this is the man. He's creating a chaos right here as the fans are pressing up to just get a glimpse at the wonder that is Adrian Peterson. He's a fantastic guy. I watched him the other day at practice after practice, signing for a bunch of guys that were there just in wheelchairs and taking in the practice. A fantastic player, but an even better person, Adrian Peterson, number 28.
Right here, man. Jared, you said that. That's okay.
Oklahoma ain't the same without Jay.
Hey, Larry.
Thank you so much.
Really sad. Hard too. Yeah, no. All right. Thank you. I will never forget this.
Okay. I did all right. Limited, I was trying to get out there, but this scrimmage, this practice was, basically get some other guys, some young guys, some reps, Saturday guys look on film.
What about that move down on the far end, AP? That was insane.
Oh yeah, just try to make a play. Anytime I get the ball in my hand, I'm just try to make a big play, get in the end zone.
Do what you do, man.
Oh yeah. All right.
So there we are, having a chance to talk with Adrian Peterson up close and personal, the guy with the magic smile. What a fantastic player, Vikes fans. We should be thrilled. He's in the fold and he's going to be here for a long, long time.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Good, Jared. Good, man. Thanks, man.
All right, Testosterone Sports at training camp with Larry Johnson. Man, how you been feeling so far this preseason?
It's been feeling great. Foot injury healed up, so it's good to be out there having fun and kicking it around with guys that's not on your team, but it's still good to see another team coming in and practice against them.
Yep, some fresh faces on the offensive line, Larry. Why don't you talk a little bit about the development of the boys up front?
It's been great. Those 2 guys, all those 5 guys practice together. It's great to have those guys in, and a couple of runs that I didn't even get touched is a credit to them. And we got to just keep moving. This is just a stepping stone. The more and more we get, acclimated with the offensive line and them with me, and you know, we'll do great things.
Yeah, I noticed some nice holes opened up for you on the offensive line there. Talk a little bit about the Vikings defense and facing them and how that'll prepare you for the upcoming season.
It was good going against them. You know, they were #1 in the rush, you know, last year, which is real good to go against them and practice against them, and then, you know, do the things that we did, which is, you know, we'll say this, you know, just a little small step as far as the right direction as far as season goes and things get going on, and this is a great step.
Considering Jared and, you know, the Williams boys weren't there, you know, and I think Lieber wasn't there. You know, a bunch of their starters weren't there, but it's still, you know, it served its purpose. We went out there, we finally got to go against another team, and I know a lot of guys on our team were thankful for that. And, you know, I like where we're at, but we got a long way to go.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Just a little needed me.
Do you think the running game is a little ahead of the passing game?
Well, it looks so far as though, you know, from what I can tell in practice and today, yeah, it looked pretty good. But we look good in 7-on-7. Guys are getting open. A couple times in the red zone, I think we were able to get open. So we're catching up. It's all coming together.
Okay, so this has been Testosterone. This is our first trip ever to River Falls, the University of Wisconsin at River Falls. We got a chance to take a look at the Vikings and Chiefs scrimmage. Really impressive. Then, of course, we talked to a few players after the ball game. Jesse, tell me what your impressions were of the scrimmage itself.
Well, I had a wonderful time. I mean, it's a beautiful night. Earlier in the day, inclement weather looked like it was going to play a factor, but by the time the night was over, we had a chance to look at a bunch of our favorite players. And Jeff, you talked to LJ up close and personal. Nice job.
Well, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, he was just there, and I just jumped right in there. I needed to ask him a couple things about the offensive line. You know, didn't get a chance to ask him about Brody Croyle, but obviously he was wanting to hit the showers and everything. So he's a pretty popular player for all of us fantasy football minds, and
he is ripped.
Yeah, he is looking good. So, Zach, what's your take on tonight's scrimmage?
I had a great time as well, and I spent a lot of time just watching the offense and them rolling with, especially with Tavares. He actually looked pretty crisp tonight. No interceptions. When I was watching 7-on-7, he completed 8 out of 10 passes, so he's looking pretty good. A lot of short passes, dump offs, but if anything, that's good decision making. So I was pretty impressed.
One other player we got a chance to interview was Sidney Rice. It was nice to talk to him and see kind of what he's thinking about this upcoming season. Jesse, what are your takes for our receiving game, specifically with the young Rice stepping into the offense?
Well, Sidney's going to play an important role this year. I mean, with Bernard Berrien being the deep threat, Sidney Rice is going to be playing underneath, and, you know, with the development of Tavares Jackson, I think Sidney plays a huge role. I mean, he is the underneath guy. He's the move the chains guy. So to see him exuding confidence, to see him making catches with his hands instead of letting the ball come into his body, I'm really excited about him, and I'm excited about his game. But the best wide receiver on the field tonight was Dwayne Bowe. That guy's electric.
Yeah, and we can talk a little bit about that. Zach, you know, we've got the Chiefs are a developing young team. What do you think the potential is for them to have a winning season here this year?
A winning season? I wouldn't say quite a winning season, but they'll definitely be more improved. I mean, Larry, the Haas, he's coming back healthy. He looks strong. He looked really quick tonight and ready to roll. So on their offense line, upgrade. They got Brandon Albert in the draft. I'm not sure how he's looking, but it can't be any worse than last year.
It was a little bit sketchy for Albert. I saw him specifically on some one-on-one drills, and he was getting eaten alive by some of our left ends or
but
right
it's
ends.
Our ends though, so.
Rather. So and that was without Jared Allen. So one other developing young player that's going to mean a lot for their squad is Brody Croyle. Jesse, did you get a chance to take a look at him tonight?
A minimal look, you know. I mean, Brody Croyle is a player I'm really intrigued by because essentially as he goes, so is this offense going to go. I'm hearing that Damon Heward might be getting cut soon, and if that would happen, you know, I mean, they would be making that move to essentially just hand the reins full-fledged to Brody Croyle. I have my doubts. I don't know. The guy's young. Is he ready? Time will tell.
Well, you know, we didn't see a whole lot of the Viking veterans here tonight, so I wonder if that's partly because we didn't want to give the Chiefs our best look or what it was, but there was no Berrien in the house, no Jared Allen tonight, neither Matt Burke or Steve Hutchinson.
Right.
So we were missing, and I didn't see Big Pat Williams or Kevin.
Nope.
So we really got to see the young part of our team showing what it's got to offer. So.
But with that, it was a good thing to see that some of our backup linemen got a chance, especially in left tackle spot, because we don't know about Bryant McKinney yet. He might be gone for the first 2 or 4 games, so at least it gives those backup guys a chance to get in there.
It was a great night. It was a great night. I was glad to be here. It was great to be with you, and you as well, my friend. So that's it.
Yeah, this is the show we love to do. There's not a whole lot of money involved or anything, but there's some great perks. So this is Testosterone at training camp, having a great time.